So I just realised something. I have been an Audible member for 11 years. So firstly, Audible, rude. Where was my 10-year anniversary? Like, you didn't send a gift, you didn't send a card, nothing. Rude. Really, really rude. No banner, no I love you, no thanks for sticking with us. Anywho, I actually love this milestone because, and I only realised it was 10 years, 11 years, because I'm getting ready for an event that I'm hoping to attend, which is a 10-year anniversary. And I was like, there's no way it can be 10 years. It is. It's actually where I got this from, actually, at one of the events. I had gone to the first one, and I remember when it was in its inception, when it was just an idea. And I remember the guy really didn't want it to be called what it's called. And he was like, if we're going to do it, we're not calling it that. It got called that. And I was like, there's no way it can be 10 years. It is. And I was like, wait, his books were my first audios as an adult. So if the event has been 10 years, then I must have been listening for more than that. And that's when I went to Audible and looked, because obviously I got codes, so obviously you had to sign in, which then makes you a member, and yada yada yada. And that's when I saw, like, 2014, and I was like, ooh, okay, thanks for making me feel old on top of everything else, Audible. No card or nothing, and then you make me feel old on top of it. Rude. And then I was thinking, I was like, wait a minute, if that's 11 years, then what are we talking about for romance audio? I thought we were on 10 years this year, but actually I don't think we are. We are on 9, which then made me think, like, wait, because I already know it's 9 years for certain people, and then I figured some stuff out, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god. So I am on 9 years for not only some people, but some more people, and I'm very excited because that means it's going to be 10 years for not only me starting with romance audio, but with some amazing authors, some amazing voice actors. And if you think for 1 second I am not going to be shouting from the rooftops and posting content about this 10-year anniversary of listening to these voices, of reading and listening to these authors, you are sorely mistaken. And if you don't like it, don't look at my content, because it's something that deserves to get shouted about, because these people have been doing this work for a long time, and I think it's great that there are people that are finding them now that have such a beautiful, large back catalogue to go back to. I mean, even when I started listening to them, they had a back catalogue, you know? And I love to go back and listen to those older stuff as well. Like, it ain't a competition, but I shouldn't have to not talk about what my experience has been over the years. Like, there are things that I witnessed and experienced in this community and how it's changed that has been wonderful and not so wonderful, and to have been a part of that has been fantastic. and the support. And I think I can't pretend that hasn't existed. I was around when Whispersync was $1.99, even though it was shitty for the authors. I was around when authors got a shit ton of codes to give to their listeners, and they weren't book specific. They could just, here's some codes. If you don't want to use it on my book, use it on a different book, or use it on any of my books. And when all these voice actors that you're interacting with now had no social media, or when certain voice actors were paired together and it was them or nothing, or when certain voices were not even on the horizon, or very few people heard of them, and you got excited when you saw them on a project, or when the only way to see a live was in a Facebook group, and it was fun. And not that it's not fun now, but it was more kind of exclusive. And when you got messages from people and it was like, oh my god, why are they messaging me? And I will never, ever, ever forget the experience of being isolated on adoption leave with this brand new 6-month-old baby, not knowing whether I was coming or going, and having a voice actor message me and saying, hey, how are you doing? Like, what? And then exchanging baby pictures. And, that made the world of difference. And, I mean, that's just because she's a fucking awesome human being, but, So, no, I'm not going to let it just go by. I'm going to celebrate the hell out of it.